A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to Super Foam Flying on HJN. So for all my honesties here, if I could ever talk about anything that I can consider extremely rare and probably a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, in a similar way that I could probably wait for something like an asteroid strike or solar eclipse or probably something of that magnitude, who would have thought that I would have ever had the chance to finally get a hold of the Elite Pocketstrike? Yep, it's here. After years of finding one of these, once in a lifetime, like I said, limited quantity, super rare. So the chances of finding one of these on eBay or anywhere probably was so freaking hard. You have no idea unless you actually look it up yourself, both in local, national, and international listings. Across the board, the Elite Pocketstrike is crazy scarce. In the same way as the PlayStation 5 was super scarce up until this point where it's so common in the marketplace now, you have no idea unless, again, you actually look into it yourself. But here's the thing. Is this blaster ultimately worth the price? Well, I will get into that in just a brief moment. But first, let's just get into firing. That's interesting. One dart fired, and ultimately it didn't quite get to where I wanted it to be. What this is basically just a square-shaped jolt. It's basically like most smartphones, pretty much. It's a little wide, probably like iPhone 6 Plus level. But the thing is, though, in this particular regard, what I would like to establish is just the fact this is a crazy scarce Nerf blaster. $39 I paid for this thing. $39. And I don't know what could possibly top that. Well, I mean, considering the fact that such things out there, like the Modulus Tracker ECS-10, maybe I'll get into that some other time. Or I could also talk a bit about the Colossatron's 50 dart drum. I mean, come on, that is crazy. Who would pay hundreds of bucks just to get a hold of the Colossatron and the drum it comes with? I don't know. Maybe I could try. I could be that much of a masochist. But the thing is, the Pocketstrike is unbelievable. How was it so rare it practically never existed? I mean, the only true proof that it ever existed were a few videos on YouTube, some pictures of it, and an official wiki page based off of it. But, you know what? Ah, I see now. I see just what it's gonna be. So, let's see. Third time's a charm? I don't know. Okay. I suppose that with that in mind, I can probably just talk a bit about this blaster's performance. First of all, like any other Jolt blaster or one-shotter, you pull this thing down. And this does feel a lot different than most others. And that's because this is a lot wider of a space in comparison to most other Jolt-esque blasters, where the plunger is technically more of a rounded shape, but here it's more rectangular, squarish in a way. And I suppose that that is some sort of physical reason as a way to help build up air pressure in a different way. But, okay. I guess that shot right there just helped seal the deal. And so, just for fun, yeah, there you go. So, what I can simply say from this point on is just the fact that the Pocketstrike here is a crazy rare blaster, really high price tag, and just the fact that it was so scarce, that alone was kind of frustrating. Trying to find this blaster was like trying to find a diamond at the center of the earth, which is extremely dangerous. So who would ever want to go there? And I feel like that, in that regard, it kind of makes this a bad blaster. It's not totally worth the money either, based on how you have to grip it like you're gripping onto an iPhone. I mean, come on, that thing is so square. It might as well just be an orange, white, and black colored iPhone, shaped differently to appear like a secret weapon. And believe it or not, there actually are cases out there for phones and whatnot that make it look like a firearm in case something ever does happen. And so, just the fact that this happens to have some relevance to it is just weird. But it's kind of terrifying to understand the fact that there are actual things like this that truly are devastating weapons. And so, do I ever want to get involved with it? Not really. So with that in mind, that's just the end of that. 4.7 is my score on this one. For the price, the rarity, the scarcity, the fact that they try to make it look like it doesn't exist. Either that or everybody bought it all out. Either way you look at it though, I'm not really going to go into all in depths on this part because the Pocketstrike is what it is. A Jolt Blaster, squarish, and has a little too much of a weirdness to it. That just doesn't seem to be very serious in the matter of making it function like an actual Nerf blaster. I might as well be spending a lot more money just to get a hold of another blaster. Like, maybe I could go hand to hand with blasters like the Voidcaster or maybe the Ultra 15 right behind me. So, other such blasters that may be more expensive could probably be worth it for the usage of their own functionality and their own meticulous yet sensical design. So, not much else to iterate here. Just leave it as it is. So if you want to see more, go down to my channel to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.